What's good, guys? Welcome back. We're going to be talking about the in-depth breakdown of Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. Majority topology, 60% is on Ilia Topuria's side, 40% is on the Max side, and a lot of people think that there's going to be a KO. I think the over 2.5 should be able to hit, but this is not what we're talking about today. We're talking about an in-depth breakdown, talking about the combinations, talking about the habits, talking about the physical aspects that these fighters go through, and some openings that both of these fighters have, and some implementations that they can both cement themselves to get this win Saturday. So, without further ado, I want to give a shout out to Dan Hardy because I used to watch his in-depth breakdowns all the time while I was in school. So, this is my version of the in-depth breakdown. If you guys have been a fan for this channel for a while, you know that this is a new series that has been hitting like crazy. So, thank you guys for watching. If you guys could hit a like, that's the least I asked for. Thank you. Here we go. Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. Ilia Topuria is one of the 4 fighters that are undefeated on UFC 308. Max Holloway, 26 wins, 7 losses, and 0 draws. We're going to talk about Max Holloway's spinning back kick. We're going to talk about Ilia Topuria's combinations, and we have some footage of Ilia Topuria on the regional scene. We have to talk about Ilia Topuria's most recent fight against Volkanovski. I was watching a bunch of tape study yesterday throughout this whole entire week. I gave the first round to Volkanovski, but we have to remember the body kick was open for Volkanovski, and Volkanovski was very heavy kick. He was very kick heavy for that first round, and he was getting a lot of kicks blocked. Ilia Topuria had a very tight guard, very tight defense, and it was only a matter of time before Ilia Topuria closed the distance and landed that overhand right and cemented his KO victory. One thing we have to say is Volk had a lot of success considering he got knocked out 4 months ago by Islam Makhachev. We have to see how this KO came to fruition. He gets hit with the jab. We know Ilia Topuria's nose is a little leaking, but Ilia Topuria is willing to take that damage in order to land this big overhand shot. We know that Ilia Topuria's main priority is head hunting. He likes to go to the body, but the way he likes to set up his punches are with his head movement. His head movement is one of the best in the entire game. So he comes in, throws a jab to the body, overhand right hits, frames his position, and then clocks him. Right as he's falling, he's able to land a left hook. Right as he's falling. And then Volkanovski's out, and then he hits him 2 more times. This was a very, very good knockout. Not only was it a good knockout, he needed this knockout because we don't know how competitive this fight would have been if it would have went 5 rounds. I think Ilia Topuria was struggling in the beginning, but he downloaded Volk's data and he started to figure him out, and then it was only a matter of time before he put his lights out. Volk switched stance. He kept on switching stances because of the calf kick. We know that the calf kick was messing up Volk's leg bad. So when he gets closed inside distance, Volk switches stances, tries to throw that jab. Once you're across this black line, it's over, bro. He's going to unload all of his combinations on you, and you're not going to be able to get out of those. We need Max Holloway to rotate laterally, because if he's not rotating laterally, bro, you're going to get caught just like Volkanovski got caught. We're going to look at this knockout with Jai Herbert. We know that he also got dropped in this fight as well. Right here, the head kick. Why did the head kick land? Why did the head kick land? Because he's very patient. He's throwing the jab. He's throwing his overhand right. As he's trying to throw his overhand right, what is he trying to throw? A left hook right after. And that's why it landed. He's trying to land his combinations. If you can intercept those combinations, you can get him right on the chin. We know that this is not likely, though. A guy like Ilia Topuria doesn't make the same mistake twice, and lightning doesn't strike in the same spot twice. Jai Herbert had a very hurt Ilia Topuria. This was the most human we've ever seen Ilia Topuria. What does he do? He immediately goes to grapple. One of his best tools in his entire arsenal is his grappling. We saw yesterday in my full card predictions videos that this guy has 7 submissions in his first 7 fights. This was one of the best fights I've ever seen live. Ilia Topuria is walking him down, hunting him down. Jai Herbert doesn't have enough power in order to get respect from Ilia. Ilia Topuria is walking him down, landing that overhand right, and it's only a matter of time before, boom, lights out. Ilia Topuria is the main man. All of his knockouts, all of his KOs come after that black line. Where is he? He's already on the fence. All of his KOs come after this black line. All of them. The fence is one of his best weapons in order to close distance and get you hurt. This is him against Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall was trying to do an Imanari roll. Failed a bunch of times. He was butt scooting, throwing a spinning wheel kick. Not taking this fight seriously as it seems. And we know Ilia Topuria was able to finish this guy. This is one of those knockouts where it was brutal. And you could tell that this guy had vicious, vicious power. Walks him down. Ryan Hall's doing this weird head movement. Gets taken down. Falls, actually. Tries to play guard. Tries to wrap him up. And Ilia Topuria's accuracy in his ground and pound, he's already out. And boom, Ryan Hall was never the same again. That fight is not that important when you're doing tape study. Ryan Hall is a guy who sucks. Right here, we got Damon Jackson. This is really good for tape study. Ilia Topuria is trying to close distance, trying to land that jab. Not only is he trying to land that jab, but he's trying to close distance over this black line. The fact that he tries to close distance over this black line means that he already knows his combinations are going to hit. He has the most amount of confidence when he's crossing this black line. He lands a good knee up the middle, and we're going to talk about that because Volk has some success with knees to the body. Ilia Topuria clinches. He doesn't really like to clinch a lot, though. Lands a good jab. Damon Jackson's trying to land his overhand right, his left hook. His right hand hook. Damon Jackson just looks sloppy on the feet. Gets hurt a little right there. Nice uppercut. Body shot too. And boom. Over the top. Finished him. We know that one of Ilia Topuria's best weapons is his overhand right over the top. It just hits right on the temple. And if he hits Max Holloway with that, Max Holloway might get dropped. We saw Max Holloway get dropped against Justin Gaethje. Here is how he got the call to UFC. So he's controlling a guy on the ground. He's grappling, controlling him, landing nice elbows. He has very good ground control as well. But he's also leaking. He's bleeding as well. So this was a pretty competitive fight. And it's only the first round. We have 1 minute and 46 seconds left inside the first round. And we're going to see how Ilia Topuria looks when this fight gets back up to the feet. We see this guy's trying to fight the hands, trying to fight the grip. He gets back up to his feet. And Ilia Topuria has that high guard. Ilia Topuria is very open to the body. We know Volkanovski was able to hit a lot of body kicks and a lot of front teep kicks. But the reason why he's open to the body is because he's so upper body. He's so tight with his guard. That's why he's open to the body. But still, it means that he can drop his hands really good. It's not that bad of a guard. And we also know Max Holloway has his hands down a lot of the time. Hits him with a beautiful overhand right. And it was only a matter of time. It's like everybody respects Ilia Topuria's. And this is not an octagon. This is a circle. But after that black line, once you're on the cage, there's no escape if you don't have lateral movement or good footwork. Here we're going to look at Max Holloway landing his back kick. A lot of the times he landed it was by setting up with his front hands. He does a lot of hand fighting, so. Right here he landed against Frankie Edgar. Once you're trying to leave distance, he is able to adjust that kick and land that kick very, very good. I also think in his Jose Aldo, his spinning back kick looked amazing as well. So here, sets up that beautiful spinning back kick, and it does enough damage to gain respect and gain space. I think this can work against Ilia Topuria. Not only do I think it can work against Ilia Topuria, but I think a guy like Max Holloway is going to have to put the pressure. You cannot stop moving against Ilia Topuria. If you stop moving against Ilia Topuria, you are going to be in a rude awakening. Ilia Topuria is that guy who's going to close the distance, trying to cross that black line. Once you cross that black line, it's almost done. It's almost done. This guy is the guy who's going to try to close distance on you, and he's going to try to set up the spinning body kick. Once he tries to set up the spinning body kick, he's one of the best fighters I've ever seen. We see him set up the spinning body kick throughout his entire career. Not only does he set up the spinning body kick through his entire career, we saw him hit Justin Gaethje in the face with it. He almost hit this guy in the face with it. It's kind of cool because this guy's doing a lot of crazy head movement, and boom, a spinning back kick to the face. Nobody expects that. And you know what's insane about all of this? that this guy is one of the most fundamental strikers I've ever seen. And we see that sometimes it doesn't land. Sometimes the spinning kick is not going to land. We saw against Calvin Kattar, he perfected it. In my opinion, I think this guy already perfected his spinning back kick, and I think this is a very good thread in order to catch Ilia Topuria with that spinning back kick. But we do not want to give our back all the way to Ilia Topuria. We know once he closes distance, once he gets you on the ground, once he lands this big overhand right and that left hook to the body, you're going to sleep. Not a lot of people can take this damage from Ilia Topuria, and also you can tap to a submission as well. So don't be afraid. Don't be surprised if Ilia Topuria tends to grapple in this fight. We saw that was a vicious overhand right that landed on Volkanovski, and he's the champion now. He's set to make his first UFC title defense against Max Holloway, and we're just going to look at this last threat on Max Holloway. So this is him against Justin Gaethje. Beautiful combination. And one thing I like about Max Holloway is he doesn't spend or exert all of his energy trying to get the finish. And you know it's not a Max Classic until he's got his man on the fence, enjoying a 20-piece family bucket with a large fry. He can do it all out. He can do it all. Outboxer, counter kicker, brawler. But most importantly, Max is the heat. He's the avalanche. He is the swarm. Once the snowball gets rolling, the snowball's rolling for good. You cannot stop this momentum. If you stop this momentum, that's how you can stop Max Holloway. But I think a guy like Max Holloway should be able to beat Ilia Topuria and should be able to have a lot of success in the combinations and in the combinations of the body to the feet. We know Max Holloway was able to land a knee inside the clinch exchange. Not the clinch exchange, but up close. But what did he do? He ate a big overhand. So he throws the knee. Justin Gaethje throws a big overhand right that moves Max Holloway's entire head. So if Ilia Topuria is on the back foot, Ilia Topuria can still catch Max Holloway. Max Holloway does leave his hands low as well. Justin Gaethje is trying to throw his left hook. And there is the spinning back kick. One of his best setups in his whole fundamental striking. The spinning back kick sets up the high kick, sets up his boxing, and sets up his right hand. And also, we saw Max Holloway landing a lot of body shots to the body. We see right here, he says, Max Holloway eating a flush Gaethje right while he was digging to the body. Dude, this is literally unfair. Max Holloway has a chin for days. Not only does he have a chin for days, we know you don't want to put your chin to the test against Ilia Topuria. But right here, we're going to look at how Justin Gaethje was set up against Max Holloway. Max Holloway tries to close distance immediately and tries to immediately go to the body. We see the fight starts. Justin Gaethje is heavy with the leg kicks. Justin Gaethje is heavy with the leg kicks, and so is Max Holloway defending the leg kicks as well. Throws Max Holloway off balance. We know Ilia Topuria has very good leg kicks, so if Ilia Topuria is going to start off the first round, he's going to start off with leg kicks. Very hard leg kicks, almost threw Volkanovski off balance as well. Max Holloway can also throw leg kicks, but it's not as damaging. Max Holloway tries to close distance, lands a nice uppercut. Max Holloway lands the uppercut again. Closes distance. Leg kick. Right to the body. That body is going to be money for Ilia Topuria. If you can throw that right to that body, you can set him up with that uppercut. We know Ilia Topuria sometimes leaves himself susceptible after or in between combinations. If you're able to intercept a guy like Ilia Topuria, you're able to catch him. This is an in-depth breakdown, so we're showing both sides, and we're showing how Ilia Topuria can have success as well. We know Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria are two different fighters, but we also know that Max has completely perfected his oblique kicks to the knee, and he's completely perfected his spinning back kick. Body hand straight, oblique kick, spinning back kick. We know Max Holloway is one of the best strikers that we've ever seen. Not only is he one of the best strikers, this is one of the best spinning back kicks I've ever seen in all of MMA. I think he can definitely catch Ilia Topuria with that spinning back kick, but you don't always have to throw it. Let's say we go to the body with Max. We go straight to the body, right hand to the body, left body kick right here, and we throw teeps to the body. We saw Volkanovski have success in the first round. The only thing is Max Holloway is terrible at checking kicks. He's not really the best at checking kicks. He lifts up his leg in order to check the kick, and sometimes that can make you very open. And we see when Max Holloway's throwing this right hand to the body, Ilia Topuria can catch him with an uppercut because he leaves his left hand low and it's not tight on his guard. Nice uppercut to the body as well. Sets up his body shots. And we know Justin Gaethje has a broken nose as well, so how much you want to take this into consideration, you can take this with a grain of salt. But I'm just trying to show the exchanges that could happen in Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. We know Max Holloway is going to try to go to the body, and we know Max Holloway is going to try to defend those kicks, but we know Max Holloway is not the best at checking leg kicks. We know that straight right to the body is going to work. We know the body kicks are going to work, but we don't know if the spinning back kick is going to work because it might leave his back susceptible to Ilia Topuria taking his back and grappling him. We know the left hooks work very good on Max Holloway because of his hand fighting technique. If you throw a good left hook, it's going to land on Max Holloway. We know he relies a lot on speed, reflexes, and agility. Max Holloway has some of the best combinations as well. Not only does he have some of the best combinations, but this guy is one of the best fighters in closing in distance and capitalizing when his opponent is hurt, and he doesn't chase his opponent. He just creates a snowball effect, and then rounds 3, 4, and 5, you're in absolute hell, and you're tired, and you're gasping for air, and this guy's unloading. He's unloading all of his combinations on you, and he's going to mentally break you, and then he's going to physically break your body. This guy, Max Holloway, loves to touch the body. Not only does he love to touch the body, he loves to touch with the oblique kicks. There's an oblique kick here, light, body kick, oblique kick to stop the distance of Justin Gaethje, and it can definitely work against Ilia Topuria. We're showing both sides, but I think Max Holloway has a lot more to his arsenal in the kicking dynamic foundation. I think Max Holloway does struggle with very fast left hook, right hooks, but he can intercept them with an uppercut and a left hand. We know Max Holloway has some of the best striking in the entire UFC, has some of the high significant striking record, and we know that this guy is just a record breaker. He's a Hall of Famer, and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. All bias aside, may the best man win. This is going to be a very good fight, and I think Max Holloway can have a lot of success in the body kicks, teep kick to the body, and the right hand to the body, and the uppercut. The uppercut that is off the break. We see Justin Gaethje trying to close distance, able to land a couple of hooks. Very good leg kick. That leg kick's going to be money for Ilia Topuria. And we know Ilia Topuria is not going to make these same mistakes that Justin Gaethje's making. Ilia Topuria is more of a dynamic striker. But we see that even Justin Gaethje with a broken nose in round 4 is having success to the leg kicks and on the overhand hooks and the overhand left hooks, right hooks. Max Holloway also has good knees, but he doesn't tend to throw them as much. Good body shot as well. Closes distance. And then boom. This is one of the most important exchanges of the entire fight. He clinches Max Holloway's head. Max Holloway's trying to throw an uppercut. And he forces Max Holloway to eat his right hand. Max Holloway gets dropped, but it's not counted. But this is the first time I've ever seen Max Holloway get dropped. Dustin Poirier, he got dropped, but he landed on the cage, so he didn't touch the ground. Right here, his butt touched the ground. So he got dropped brutally. But we know he was able to have fast recovery and he was able to get right back up. We know Ilia Topuria is going to have a lot of success if he gets Max Holloway here. Across the black line, he's going to be able to unload all of his combinations. He's going to be able to tee off on Max Holloway. The difference between Volkanovski and Max Holloway is Max Holloway is not going to stay in that same direction. We know Max Holloway doesn't tend to move his head, especially not as much as Ilia Topuria, who's trying to find distance and say it's my turn, and then he closes in the distance and knocks his opponent out. I think that's where Ilia Topuria can have a lot of success if Max Holloway doesn't move his head and he's not moving laterally enough. Max Holloway needs to keep moving, and he needs to keep this fight rolling. You have to keep the gas. You have to put pressure, and you have to put the pedal to the metal, bro. You got to put the gas on this guy, especially in round 5. We know if Max Holloway gets to round 5, this body kick is going to be money. The tees to the body, the uppercuts to the body, the leg kicks, and the fundamental striking is going to be in favor of Max Holloway. I think Max Holloway has some of the best combinations ever, like this one where he hurt Justin Gaethje off the brink. And not only did he hurt Justin Gaethje, but he hurt him really good. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit. We see Max Holloway land his overhand right. Boom, that's a 4-punch combination that lands on Justin Gaethje, hurts him, closes in the distance, swarms Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje falls a little bit, gets right back up. It gets swarmed on a 20-piece combination with a family fried chicken and a Happy Meal. And this guy tries to land a knee, eats an overhand right, and Justin Gaethje is just sloppy. We know Ilia Topuria is not going to be in a position like this, but we know that that body kick is money. We got to set up these kicks to the body, and we have to capitalize off of Ilia Topuria. We know Max Holloway can land a very good jab, just as we saw right here. And we know Ilia Topuria doesn't do the best with jabs. Sometimes he gets a little hit too much with that jab. We saw in the Volkanovski fight. And then right here, overhand right cross, and then spinning kick to the body. I don't want Max Holloway to spam the spinning back kick to the body because it can leave him susceptible to get taken down. But we know that Max Holloway in an all 5-round striking battle is just fair game. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. Hope you guys are enjoying these series, and I hope you guys are excited for 308 as much as I am, bro, because this is going to be an insane fight. Not only is it going to be an insane fight, but this entire card is stacked. So somebody's probably going to lose their all out of the 4 undefeated fighters. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you guys got, and let me know if you guys think that this was a good breakdown. Because if you guys like the in-depth breakdown, we can definitely do a bunch of these. And we know that this was the Rolling Thunder, the last 10 seconds. Max Holloway points to the ground. And we know that when Max Holloway points to the ground at the last 10 seconds, you know you don't want to be in that position with him because you could end up like this. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I hope you guys are excited for UFC 308 because we don't get cards like this every year. Sometimes we have to wait till the end of the year for a card like this, and this card is going to be amazing. It's going to be very historical, and whoever wins this card in the main event is going to be in history books forever. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and the best is blessed, baby. Let's get it. Peace.